Merab Dvalishvili doesn't win fights. He drowns opponents. The new bantamweight king isn't built on hype or highlight knockouts. He's built on pressure so suffocating it breaks world-class fighters.
Because Merab beat 9 men in a row. Peter Yan was on the list. Henry Cejudo was on the list. Jose Aldo was on the list.
From the mountains of Georgia to the UFC throne, the machine has turned relentless wrestling and bottomless cardio into a nightmare nobody can solve. Inside the cage, he dominates. Outside, he entertains. This is Merab's takeover. Merab's story starts in Georgia, not the American South, but the rugged Caucasus Mountains, a place where toughness is born, not taught. Growing up, Merab wasn't the future champion type. He was a wild kid, hustling through life, testing limits, and doing things that probably belonged in a blooper reel rather than a fight highlight. Before the cage, he was climbing mountains, crashing bikes, and filming stunts that would later go viral. But under all the chaos was a burning engine, work ethic, grit, and a refusal to quit. When Merab discovered MMA, everything clicked. Wrestling became his weapon, cardio his signature, and relentlessness his identity. What makes his journey remarkable isn't just that he made it to the UFC, but that he dragged himself there from a place where fighting wasn't a career, it was survival. The same fearless kid doing crazy stunts is now breaking opponents under the brightest lights in the sport. Merab doesn't wrestle the way most fighters do.
მე ვარ Merab Dvalishvili 27 წლის პროფესიონალი MMA მებრძოლი, რომელიც 6 წელია ვარ უკვე ამერიკაში, 4 წელია პროფესიონალურ შორისძიებაში.
He suffocates. He's the hurricane you can't outrun, the weight you can't shake off. From the first bell, opponents know what's coming. Takedowns, scrambles, endless forward motion. But knowing doesn't mean stopping it. He'll shoot 10 times, miss 5, land the 6th, and still have the gas to keep grinding. Where others burn out, Merab just warms up. His style is chaos organized into punishment. It's not flashy like a knockout punch, but it's more demoralizing. Fighters wilt. They realize no matter how hard they resist, he'll still be there in their face. His nickname, The Machine, isn't hype, it's physics. He runs at a gear most fighters can't even imagine. And when you see opponents breaking in the 3rd round, it's not technique alone doing it. It's his relentless will.
And nothing else has happened on the other side.
He's got that wrist control now, DC.
That'll do it! 7 in a row!
Merab's wrestling isn't just effective, it's terrifying because it never ends. If wrestling was Merab's hammer, his fight against Umar Nurmagomedov proved he had more tools in the box. Everyone expected the grind, the takedowns, the usual storm. What they didn't expect was the striking. Against a dangerous, undefeated opponent, Merab stepped in and showed he wasn't just a cardio machine, he was a complete fighter. He traded shots with confidence, landed clean, and forced Umar to respect his hands. That performance wasn't just another win, it was a statement.
Umar is a tough fighter, and he's good. People, please, don't let them bully you. Don't underestimate you. Believe yourself, and everything is possible.
Suddenly, the narrative shifted. Merab wasn't just the guy who wrestles you to death, he was a threat everywhere. That night was his coming out party. The moment fans and analysts realized the bantamweight division wasn't just dealing with a grinder, but with a champion evolving in real time. Umar was supposed to be the one to test him, to expose cracks. Instead, Merab cracked expectations wide open, proving that his arsenal goes far beyond relentless pressure.
I mean, I love watching Merab fight.
Wow.
He's a fucking animal.
He's the machine. I love him.
He's an animal. I just don't understand that cardio. His cardio is fucking crazy. It's like superhuman cardio.
Merab's secret weapon isn't a single strike or submission, it's his lungs. His cardio is legendary, the kind of gas tank that makes fighters question why they ever signed the contract. Most athletes manage their energy like a budget, pacing themselves across rounds. Merab, he spins like a millionaire. He sets a pace in round 1 that feels like sprinting through quicksand, then somehow finds another gear in round 3, 4, 5.
And, you know, to see him make Umar start to wilt, to see Umar, like, you see the wobble when guys start getting fatigued. You see there's like a little bit of like loose movement in the way, you know, you see that. Merab had none. 0. Just shooting like he was in the first round and the 5th round.
Opponents start strong, thinking they can keep up. By the second round, you see the cracks. Hands dropping, footwork slowing, eyes searching for an escape that doesn't exist. Meanwhile, Merab is still driving forward, chain wrestling, striking, forcing scrambles, never giving them a second to breathe. This isn't just physical conditioning, it's psychological warfare. Fighters realize halfway through the fight that they're already beaten. You can defend the takedown, you can land a punch, but you can't outlast a man who fights like he's immune to fatigue.
Yeah.
Speaking to the improvements of his striking game.
We saw in the Umar fight.
We saw it in the Umar fight. He was able to do well in the striking, but tonight he looked even better.
Merab's cardio doesn't just fuel his style, it's the engine of his dominance, the invisible weapon that turns every opponent into another broken body on his resume. Before he was the Machine, Merab was the definition of chaos. Long before his UFC debut, clips of him went viral, not for wrestling, but for pulling stunts that looked more like a daredevil's highlight reel. Backflips off rooftops, risky pranks, and reckless challenges made him a local legend among friends. He wasn't polished, he wasn't a professional athlete. He was the wild kid who always pushed boundaries, the one people dared to try something crazy because they knew he'd actually do it. That unpredictable energy carried over into his fighting journey. He didn't step into MMA with a polished amateur background or a perfect blueprint for success. He came in raw, fueled by heart, toughness, and a work ethic forged in the Georgian mountains. The same kid who once risked breaking bones for fun now risks everything inside the cage, only this time with discipline and purpose.
And I'm gonna tell you something about Merab that surprised me, that maybe you see him in the mat and he's not the most special guy, the most skillful guy in the room, but I don't know what happens to him when he gets inside that octagon. Wow, that man is a fucking machine.
He's a fucking machine.
What makes Merab fascinating isn't just his dominance, it's the transformation. From reckless stunts to world champion, he turned chaos into craft. And fans love him not just for the fighter he is, but for the wild, fearless spirit that's always been part of him. Merab isn't just a champion in the cage, he's entertainment outside of it. Scroll through the internet and you'll find clips of him doing everything from crazy stunts to hilarious pranks. He's the guy who will wrestle his friends for laughs, jump into freezing water mid-training, or post videos that make you wonder how a world-class athlete hasn't broken every bone in his body yet.
He's my mini Strickland, without the mouth.
That playful, carefree spirit makes him more than just another UFC star. It makes him relatable. He's not obsessed with keeping an image polished. He lets fans see the goofy, reckless side that's been with him since childhood. In a sport where so many fighters try to play villains or stoic warriors, Merab stands out because he's authentic.
I'm UFC champion, I'm living in my dream. I inspire so many people in my country and around the world. I'm just normal guy. I'm still construction worker, and I'm here, I'm proud. O'Malley look me on top. He was thinking he's better than me. No one is better, everybody, we are normal.
He can dominate the best fighters in the world on Saturday night, then crack jokes on Sunday morning. His antics aren't distractions, they're part of his appeal. The same energy that drives him to push limits in the gym is the same energy that has fans laughing, sharing clips, and feeling connected to him in ways most champions can't replicate. Merab doesn't just fight for fans, he entertains them every single day. Not every dominant champion becomes a fan favorite. Some win with cold efficiency, others with highlight finishes. Merab wins with a storm of pressure and then adds personality that people can't ignore. Fans love underdogs who outwork everyone, and Merab embodies that spirit. He's not the flashiest striker, not the loudest trash talker, but he represents grit, toughness, and joy in the fight game. His relentless cardio and wrestling resonate with hardcore fans who respect discipline, while his outside the cage antics connect with casual fans who just want to be entertained. That balance makes him magnetic. He's approachable, funny, and always seems genuinely grateful to be where he is, which contrasts perfectly with the aura of destruction he brings on fight night. People root for him not only because he wins, but because he wins his way, without compromise, without playing a character. In an era where so much of the UFC feels manufactured for clicks, Merab feels real. He's proof that hard work and authenticity can still make you a star.
Dude, you're running? Jeff, why are you running? You just won the belt 2 days ago.
That's what got me here where I am now.
Jesus.
This guy, he's a couple days past. I couldn't get him to go inside and do the interview until he did this.
And as his title reign grows, so does his fan base, because the Machine doesn't just beat opponents, he wins hearts too. Now that Merab sits on the throne of the bantamweight division, the question isn't if he'll defend, it's how long he'll hold it. His style is built for longevity. Cardio doesn't fade with age the way speed or reflexes do, and wrestling is a weapon that ages better than most tools in MMA. The division is stacked with killers, but none of them have solved the puzzle of Merab's relentless pressure.
Do you feel like you have a problem at the bantamweight division? Because who fights this guy right now? When you look at it, nobody really matches up well with him. Nobody can manage that pace. Like, what do you do in that division to come up with a really good contender at this point?
Yeah, I think we feel that way when guys come off great performances like he has. But we'll see. We'll see what's next. There's always somebody next.
That means challengers not only have to prepare for a fight, they have to prepare for a war they can't win on pace alone. Beyond that, Merab's popularity is surging. With his personality and dominance, super fights and crossover opportunities aren't far-fetched. Could he move up to featherweight? Could he unify his legacy with fights against future Hall of Famers? Every option is on the table. What's certain is this: Merab isn't content just being champion. He's building a legacy. And if history is any guide, it won't be a quiet reign. It'll be relentless, exhausting, and unforgettable, just like the man himself. Merab Dvalishvili isn't just another champion, he's a storm that never stops moving. From the mountains of Georgia to the UFC throne, his journey is proof that relentlessness wins. Inside the cage, he breaks bodies. Outside, he wins hearts. This isn't hype, it's history in motion. The Machine has arrived, and he's just getting started.